Well, good afternoon. Today is Friday, March 19th, and it's time for our weekly meeting highlights, which today it's called Make a Pre-Bed Plan for Your Sleep. I apologize for this being up late, but my neighborhood was having some internet issues this morning, and they just kind of got cleared up. So it's after 2 o'clock. I like to get these videos up before noon, but sometimes things happen. We had really bad wind yesterday. We never lost our power, but we did lose our internet and TV and phones and stuff like that. But everything's back to normal, so I thought I'd do my highlights now. I should have filmed it earlier. Didn't stop me from doing it on my phone, but I thought I'm going to use this opportunity to get some errands run, so I did that. But anyway, so how did I do this week? I told you I'm chillaxing now. I'm just relaxing, enjoying it. I'm not struggling over thinking about what I'm going to eat. I'm just going with the flow. That's what I'm doing, going with the flow. So how did it go with the flow this week? It went really well. I lost 1.2 pounds. My goal right now is just to relax and try to lose a pound a week. That's all I'm trying. So I'm a little bit 0.2 over that. So my total loss now is 88.4 pounds. I'm very happy. I'm very proud of myself. I think I'm moving in the right direction finally. So there we go. I'm going to go with that. But this week it's make a pre-bed plan for better sleep. I'm a bit of a night owl. I don't really have a pre-bed plan other than I watch TV before I go to bed. If I've not got tired enough at that point, I usually read because reading tends to make me tired. But this is what they tell you. These days, a good night's sleep can be hard to come by. Want to improve the amount of quality of your shut-eye? Try creating a bedtime ritual you can realistically and routinely do at night. The more you practice this habit, the easier it will be to fall asleep and rest more soundly. And this is what you need to do to start. Number 1, list what you need to do before bed. Now, of course, I think that there's different circumstances because like when you're retired, depending on who you are, it doesn't really make that much difference what you prepare for at night. But when my kids were growing up, we had routines. They had to make sure all of their homework was done and it was all put in their backpacks or their school bags. We called them school bags back then, but they call them backpacks now. But we had all of their schoolwork in there. We made sure that they had their proper books, their proper pencils and pens and folders and everything all neatly in there. We also laid out our clothes for the next day. In the bathroom, we laid out the towel that we were going to use in the morning because they always took a shower or a bath, whatever they preferred, in the morning before they went to school. We set the table for breakfast, even though it was just cereal and juice. The only time I really cooked breakfast was on the weekends because it was just less chaotic for us just to have a bowl of cereal with some fruit and a glass of juice in the morning. And just made sure that everything was all prepared. We said our nightly prayers and we were all good to go. I made their lunches, so I never really made their sandwiches or anything like that the night before because I tend to find that the bread got soggy. But I would have everything all ready so that in the morning while they were eating their breakfast, I could pack their lunch and just send it. My kids went to a Catholic school, so there was no cafeteria available to have lunches. But when they did end up going to a public school, they really didn't care. The only time they ever wanted to eat at the cafeteria at school was when it was pizza day. The rest of the week they could care less. So they kind of saved me some money then. But, sorry, I was getting a phone call. But they tell you, this includes, these are the things you might do before you go to bed. Include your nightly hygiene, washing your face, brushing your teeth, and anything else that will ease your restless mind. Will prepping your lunch allow your schedule to run smoother? Try doing that. Like I said, the only nightly routine that I have as far as my hygiene is obviously I wash my face at night, but I also, after I eat dinner, floss and brush my teeth because then I think, do I really want to floss and brush my teeth again if I'm tempted to have a snack? I eat my dinner so late that I'm not really ever tempted to eat a snack. I don't eat my dinner before 7:30 at night. Even though I go to bed at 2, it's a pretty full meal at 7:30, so that doesn't really affect me. Number 2, pick 1 or 2 calming activities that help you unwind. Watching TV before bed is a common practice, but try to choose something that's relaxing but less stimulating, like journaling, gentle stretching, or meditating. I do say nightly prayers. That does help me. I consider that part of my meditating. I journal all through the day, different things that just kind of hit me, so I just kind of journal then. I find watching TV relaxing, unless I'm watching my political shows, and then I don't find them so relaxing. So I try not to watch those after 9 o'clock. I always watch those a little bit earlier in the night. Number 3 is figure out your order of your new routine, including when you'll start. Jot down your pre-sleep plan in a journal or on a sticky note to remind yourself to put the ritual in motion. I'm not going to do that once again. Sorry. Another phone call. I'm so popular. I'd like to believe, but I'm really not. I'm waiting for it to click onto the next page. Even though our internet is back, it's still kind of slow. So I'm trying to read from my iPad because they don't give you the cards anymore. I probably could have. Oh, I went to Starbucks and I got a mango dragon fruit venti drink for 7 points on the blue plan. So I eat very lightly on a Friday, so I got that to kind of sustain me through the day. Sorry, I shouldn't have drank in front of you. That was rude. But, oh, wait a minute. Did you want to get something to drink? Okay, you already have your drinks. They tell you to build a pre-bedpan and put it into action with the steps below. Think about what you'll need, which you'll need like to wash your face, brush your teeth, prep for tomorrow, tidy up. Try some calming activities like journaling, stretching, reading, or meditating. And then just go to bed and try not to think about... Who's like me, though? You get in bed and you remember all the things you should have done or all the things you want to do tomorrow. I pretty much, though, when I get in bed, I am sound asleep within 5 minutes. I think I'm one of the fortunate ones that can do that. But even those 5 minutes, I cram in a lot of thoughts. I really do. And I think I cram in so many thoughts, that's why I fall asleep. Because it's like, oh my gosh, you're overwhelming me. So I just fall asleep right away. But they say that if you pick 1 or 2 calming activities that help you the most, they will help you to respond to any sleep roadblocks. Figure out what order you'll need to do everything and when you'll start your routine. This is their little fact for the week. Did you know, in honor of World Sleep Day on March 19th, which I never knew there was a World Sleep Day, we've created the ultimate sleep hub with the latest information and products to help you get even more and better Z's. Learn more here. Let's see, do we really want to learn more there with the slow thing? Well, they're going to give you the tool, dive under the covers, and, oh, it's just tips. Sleep your way to success, which is, they just told you everything else that you just did. I also looked up online to find out if there's some foods you can eat at night that will help you to fall asleep a little bit better. And they come up with 13 suggestions. The first one on the list was figs because it helps blood flow and muscle contractions. I've never had a fig, although I don't like fig Newton, so I don't think I'd like a fig, but I've never in my life had a fig. I don't even know what they look like. I should look them up on the internet to see what they look like. The number 2 choice is watermelon, cantaloupe, apples, oranges, or pears. A little disappointed that my berries weren't listed. Number 3 is sweet potato toast. I saw that and I thought, sweet potato toast? I had to look that one up. And all it was sweet potato sliced up into slices that looked like little slices of toast. And then they roasted them in the oven. And then they drizzled them with some honey. It did look good. But I wouldn't eat that as a snack. I would eat that as a side dish for my food. But if you ate it late at night, then that would be your thing. Pistachios, but only an ounce. I love pistachios, but I have a hard time cracking those things open. I use my teeth a lot, and I have like the worst teeth. But they're all mine, so that's all I worry about. I don't care how crappy they look, because they do look bad. And a lot of times when I'm doing my videos and I see myself smile, I look at that and I go, oh my gosh, your teeth look terrible. But then I'm thinking, but they're yours. So I don't really care. Number 5 is prunes. Once again, I've never had a prune. Number 6, string cheese, which I do love. 7, herbal teas. Make sure you don't, I don't think herbal teas have caffeine. I love the celestial teas. Oh, I love this. My raspberry is my favorite. But I'm pretty sure, well, I have caffeine free. I don't know if that all of the celestial teas are caffeine free. But the ones I buy are caffeine free. I've never really looked. I like the mixed berry and the raspberry. And I think there's a lemon I like. Those are the three I usually buy. Number 8 is oatmeal. It's not just for breakfast. I do love oatmeal. Maybe you could eat your overnight oats at night. They're called overnight, so I know that means they just cook them overnight. Number 9 are almonds, which I love. Number 10 is cherries. We're all going to love number 11, dark chocolate. Not milk chocolate, dark chocolate. But I like dark chocolate. Number 12 is bananas, and number 13 is hummus. So, and I also got, I don't know if everybody else gets these, but I get a magazine from Kroger's, and it's probably because it's because I got it yesterday, maybe because it's National Sleep Day. They gave us 5 tips for a better sleep. Number 1 is to repay your sleep debt. Sleep debt is the difference. Sleep debt is the difference between the sleep your body needs and the amount you actually get. Think of your brain like the power company, said the doctor. It will give you the energy to fuel your day, but it requires payment in the form of a certain amount of sleep each night. To repay the debt, try napping, because most researchers think that the window for repaying a sleep debt closes fairly quickly. So if you get behind in your sleep, set aside a time as soon as possible to get more. A 30-minute nap during your lunch break every day this work week makes up 2.5 hours of sleep that you missed. I know they say you can never catch up on your sleep, but how many of us have gone to on the weekends and tried to catch up on, I know when I worked on the weekends, I always tried to catch up on my sleep, and I would take like 3 and 4 hour naps, which was kind of defeating the purpose, because then you're missing up the whole day because you're sleeping. So even now, to this day, I go to bed 2:30. I get up between 8 and 9. And about 3 o'clock, I take a 15-minute nap. I don't lay in a bed. I don't lay on the couch. I sit in a chair. When my Aunt Merle was living with us and she fell asleep in a chair, I thought, how can you fall asleep in a chair? Well, I have mastered that craft because I can do it in a New York minute. Number 2 is don't rely on naps being long. Doctors cautioned against relying too much on extra weekend sleep or naps because they can disrupt your sleep schedule if they become regular habits. That's very true, because on Saturdays when I was off and I would take that 2 or 3 hour nap, then at night I couldn't get to sleep, and so then on Sundays I want to take another nap, and so it was kind of like defeating its purpose. Number 3 is set a sleep routine. You simply must create a schedule for sleep and stick to it. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, giving yourself 7 to 8 hours each night. If it helps, transition to an earlier bedtime gradually in 15-minute increments over several days. They especially tell you to do that when the time changes all the time. I do pretty much, like I said, have a schedule. I go to bed between 1 and 2, and I get up between 8 and 9, depending on what time I went to bed. Number 4 is cut afternoon caffeine. Caffeine is a stimulant that blocks a receptor in your body from processing a sleepy signal. That may be good in the morning, but not so nice at bedtime, especially considering it can take 12 hours for caffeine to fully leave your body. Cutting out afternoon java, black tea, or soda ensures caffeine doesn't interfere with your nighttime shut-eye. Well, I'm one of these rare birds that caffeine does not bother me at all. I can drink like 20-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola at 11 o'clock at night and go to bed at 11:30 and fall right to sleep, and sleep the whole night. Caffeine doesn't bother me, but I know I'm in the minority on that one. And number 5, skip screens in bed. Blue light from electronic screens is proven to slow or prevent the production of the sleep hormone melatonin. This includes TVs, tablets, smartphones, backlit e-readers, with the exception of e-readers with ambient light. Experts recommend turning off screens at least 1 hour before bed. If you can't disconnect, consider dimming your screens or installing apps that block blue light. Some studies have also shown blue light blocking glasses to be effective, but truly the best bet is to leave the blue light and all the mind-buzzing extra stimulus news alerts, textings, especially outside of your bedroom. I bring my phone in with me into my bedroom. My kids, if somebody needs me in the middle of the night, somebody needs me anytime, they call my cell phone. And I just have like a little ding, and that's it. I don't get news alerts. I turn off all my news alerts, my Facebook alerts, YouTube, all of those notifications. I turn them all off at night. The only thing I leave on is my messenger and my phone itself. I do turn the phone upside down, so like sometimes during the night you might get like a message and it'll light up the screen like a news alert or something. So I don't see that. But if somebody needs to call me, I do get that. But the recipe is for brownies a la mode with peanut and chocolate nice cream. They didn't say ice cream. And the nice cream is made with 4 frozen bananas, 1 tablespoon of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1 tablespoon of chopped salted roasted peanuts, and half a cup, I sound like my sister Sue with her apple pie, a half a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. Now this is interesting on the brownies. The brownies ask for 1.5 cups of shredded zucchini, a half a cup of sugar, a half a teaspoon of salt, a cup of flour, a half a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, a large egg lightly beaten, a 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 teaspoons of canola oil. I'll leave the recipe at the end. I like zucchini. I'm not a big fan of the black bean brownie, but I try this one. If I do try this one, I will let you know. I know I told you last week I was going to try the chocolate donuts. I do have every intention of still trying them. I do have the ingredients. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But that's my meeting for this week. I had a 1.2 loss, right on track with what I plan on doing each week. Striving for a pound. 88.4 pounds total loss. I'm doing pretty good, I think. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit that like button, and share if you think somebody would like to see it. Let me know in the comments below how your weight loss went this week, or how your struggle went even, because you know what, we all hit those too. So as I say every day, stay safe, and I will talk to you either next week at the meeting highlights or on my daily vlog.